Brendan Schaub gets a little pissed off. He reminisces about the moment when Bryan Callen got canceled and that his pal or co-host Rinks is probably better than 99% of the comics out there. It's Schaub giving his expert opinion, and which comedians deserve their spot is truly redacted. So let's go ahead and check it out together.
Podcast, and will you share?
Oh, hold up. I'll answer that one, but I didn't answer about being proud of Bryan.
Oh yeah. Oops.
With Bryan, the way he dealt with this stuff, but I'll get emotional here. It drives me, but if we're being honest, leave this, Chin. Don't edit this out. I'm speaking from my fucking heart. I know you're not gonna like this. I'm gonna look right. It drives me fucking nuts. Nuts that Bryan's at where he's at. I will challenge anyone, any comic, to go on stage after Callen. I challenge any of those comics. I don't give a fuck if it's the Comedy Store, Zanies, wherever they're at. And you're telling me Bryan's not better than 99% of those fucking comics. It drives me nuts that he's not up there with those guys. He's better than fucking 99% of them. And you want to outcast him over some bullshit? That's what I don't fuck with. That's what upsets me. So what makes me proud and not mad, I'm trying to get mad, what makes me proud is he's not going to lash out about it. Bryan's cool. Bryan goes to work. Bryan's doing the road. Bryan's trying to sell tickets. But I'll tell you right now, I don't forget. That shit's not cool with me. That's why you don't see me at those fucking places. Sorry, dude.
Come on.
Wow, he's really leaning into this emotional gimmick, eh? There's something weird happening to him behind the scenes. Whoa, stop the clock. It's happening right out in public. Brendan was gifted a lifetime of opportunities that he botched over and over and over again. Instead of having any accountability and admitting that maybe he was out of his depth, he's continually blamed everyone and everything around him, including his own children. Now that Joe Rogan isn't around to protect him, his mask has been pulled back for the world to see. You're witnessing a man slowly come to terms with the sad reality that everyone except for his kids and best friend knows he's a fraud. However, somehow I don't think Brendan's capable of that level of self-awareness. I mean, such a backhanded compliment. You can't make this shit up. Brendan's acting like he doesn't hang with comics because he's bitter Bryan Callen isn't included. This dude is unfucking real. The mental gymnastics and the lies never end. We need to start a list of all the reasons Bapa's given for quitting comedy, because the reasons just keep growing. For instance, I'll start. Number 1, beast of a dad. Number 2, spread too thin. Number 3, Bryan Callen's bullshit cancel culture. Oh, and Brendan said, I just don't care anymore. The dude just contradicts himself throughout this entire 1000th episode. Yeah, Bubba, nobody wants to follow a 60-year-old Ray pest who's been recycling the same act for 30 years. It's a nightmare, B. Then we have the worst rated comic in history, telling everyone how funny he is. And again, with the crying. Hell, let's list things Brendan Schaub's cried about. Number 1, friend exposed as a pedophile. Number 2, canceling a show for low ticket sales while using sick baby as an excuse. Number 3, favorite son's Little League performance. And number 4, Bryan Callen not being famous. Oh, also, he cried about electric vehicles and cried on Joe Rogan about Lil Browse being so talented at rapping. He also cried when Gringo Poppy came out. Bryan Callen is a terrible comic. I've seen Bryan like 3 or 4 times now, one being his special he recorded in Irvine, I believe. That was funny, huh? Yes, at times, but repetitive. I mean, you bet your ass, better than 99% of comics? Definitely not. Bryan Callen is goofy. He's a comedic actor, but he's not a great stand-up comedian. You gotta love how Brendan is essentially saying Bryan Callen isn't successful. If Schaub beats that into Bryan Callen's head daily, he won't pick up and leave like Theo Von did. He pulled the same shit to Theo. He's got problems. He's on drugs. I'm the best thing you've got going, leech. Bapa has zero shame. He uses other people's issues as excuses why he doesn't perform places. And is Brendan putting putting all the blame on Bryan Callen for the downfall of the fighter and the kid? Because it kind of sounds like it be. But I heard it both ways. Papa getting all emotional and serious, thinking to himself, I'm going to look straight at the camera, and then he looks at the wrong camera. It drives Brendan nuts that he is an abject failure to his Make-A-Wish hobby and burnt every professional bridge that was handed to him, that now can't ride the coattails of someone more successful than him. Merely using Bryan Callen's situation as an excuse to not be doing local spots or at the Comedy Store is a new low. Schaub managed to make it about him in true Bappa fashion. Bubba, you're not welcome at the Comedy Store anymore because you aren't good enough. The only reason you were there on that stage was because of Daddy Joseph Rogan. Anyhow, let me know what you think in the comments section down below, because that's what truly matters, even though we don't matter. But hey, do me a quick favor and hit that like and subscribe on your way out. I'd appreciate that. Also, don't forget to push the notification bell so you know when new videos come out. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.
Like, but the Balenciaga one, Jesus Christ.